So today, we're going to dive into a short, but honestly, an incredibly deep ancient text. It's called the Léxiang Jing, which translates to the discourse on pleasurable perception. And trust me, it's one of those texts that really makes you question the very way you see the world and your place in it.
But let's just start with a quick question. Seriously, think about it for a second. Is the world you experience really the world, or is it just your idea of the world? This ancient guide suggests that the gap between those two things is everything. It's the difference between being trapped and being truly free.
So, the text kicks things off by describing the way most of us, well, pretty much all of us, relate to our experiences. It's a pattern that's so automatic we don't even see it happening, and it's a trap we all fall into, the trap of making things mine.
It all happens in this simple three-step process. First, you perceive something. The text uses the example of the earth. You see it, you experience it. Second, you delight in it. Now, this isn't just, oh, that's a nice view. It's a deeper, more grasping kind of pleasure. It's a delight in the idea of the earth. And that's what leads to the final step. And this is the big one. You start to identify with it. You make it a part of you.
And the text boils this all down to one super powerful statement. After seeing the earth and delighting in it, the unenlightened person says, "The earth is mine." It's not just an observation. It's a claim, an act of possession, of making it part of your identity.
And this goes way beyond just the physical earth, right? We do this all the time. Think about it. It's not just a job title. It becomes my job title. It's not just a political idea. It's my political belief. We take all these external, temporary things and weave them into the fabric of who we believe we are. And boom, that's the trap.
But hey, the cool thing is this text doesn't just point out the trap and leave us there. It actually lays out a totally different path, a way out. And it calls this path the freedom of insight.
The key to this whole freedom thing is a concept called shentong. Now, this word often gets translated as supernormal power. And I know what you're thinking, magic, superpowers, something out of a comic book. But hold on, that's not what's going on here. It's actually talking about this profound, transformative kind of insight. It's like a deeper way of knowing that just cuts right through all that mind stuff to see things as they really are.
Okay, so let's put these two ways of seeing side by side, because this is really the heart of it. On one side, you've got the common view. You see something, you delight in it, and you claim it. This is mine. But on the other side, you've got this insightful view, using that shentong. You understand it deeply, for sure, but you don't do that grasping, delighting thing. You don't get attached. And what's the result? One way leads to this really limited, ego-driven understanding. The other? Well, that leads to real knowledge, real freedom.
And here's a really crucial point. This isn't just about rocks and trees and stuff. The text is actually super systematic about this. It shows us how this whole attachment versus insight thing plays out on, well, basically every level of reality you can imagine.
So it kind of takes us on this journey level by level. First, you've got the physical stuff, earth, water, fire, wind. Then it moves up to the divine world, gods, purity, these higher realms. And then it goes even deeper into these abstract formless states like infinite space or even the idea of nothingness. And the warning is the same at every single step. You can fall into that trap of saying, "This is mine."
Okay, so after laying all this out, the whole thing builds up to this final, powerful moment, the Buddha's own declaration. See, he's not just talking about this as some abstract idea or theory. He's saying, this is how I see things. This is my reality.
And just listen to how he puts it. He says, I, with my supernormal power, there's that shentong, that deep insight, understand the earth. He gets it. He understands it completely. But then come the key lines. I do not delight in the earth. I do not identify with the earth. He doesn't make it his. He sees it for exactly what it is, with total clarity, but with zero clinging.
And man, that is the whole ball game right there. It's not that an enlightened person knows different stuff than the rest of us. They see the same world, but they experience it in a completely, fundamentally different way. They have knowledge without possession, perception without attachment. It's a difference between knowing about the world and truly understanding it.
All right, so what's the big takeaway for us right now? What can we learn from this ancient text with all its talk of supernormal powers and formless worlds? What's the practical nugget of wisdom here?
Well, the first big one is that so much of our anxiety and our suffering doesn't actually come from the world itself. It comes from how tightly we cling to our ideas about the world, our constant need to label things, and most of all, to make them mine. And the second thing is this. There's a massive difference between observing a thought or a feeling and completely identifying with it.
You can have a thought without being the thought, you know?
So I want to leave you with a question that comes right from the heart of this teaching. Just take a look at your own life, your own mind. What are the things you're holding on to for dear life? Telling yourself, this is me, this is mine. And what might happen if you just let go?